Hey everybody. So I'm just about to start a project that I kind of started the other day. I haven't really gotten too deep into it. Um, there's a lot of slop in the hydraulic controls for the bucket on my Kubota. It's in, was it L2550 Kubota tractor, 4x4. None of that's important though. The hydraulic controls are very loose, and they've been like that since I bought the tractor. So today's goal is to disassemble the controls. I know what the problem is. We're going to disassemble the controls. We're going to take a look at the wear in the components and see if we can't get some of the slop out of it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do some welding because I won't be able to get any of these parts new. But anyways, let's go up to the tractor. It's just up in the carport tent by the house. I'm down here in the shop. Got a nice fire going. I also got a nice mess going too. So it's nice and warm in here. We'll go and pull the worn components off of the tractor. We'll bring them back down here onto the bench and see what we can do with them. Alright, so we're up at the Kubota now. This is my control. I took out the 312s. There was also a snap ring on here. I've had this apart earlier, so this is all irrelevant. Anyways, take that off. And under here we've got the offending components. As you can see, I'm not actually actuating the hydraulics, but it is all over the place, and so is my focus. There we go. So there's a lot of slop in those, and it was really well greased, but the grease was hard, so it wasn't really doing anything. I'm going to take this all off here. Like I said, I got the snap ring off of here. There's a washer here, so I'll get this off. We'll push this out. We'll take these pins out of here, and we'll pull this off. We'll take it down to the bench and clean it up and have a look at how bad it is. So we got the parts out. I'm going to clean them in the parts washer here. There's not much to this thing really. Anyways, I'll clean it up. It does look like there was a bronze bushing in the housing on the where this pin goes through, and it looks like there's either that washer stuck there, or maybe there's a press-in piece there, but that doesn't look to have much slop in it. Mainly it was this piece and these two parts here and this assembly here. So we'll clean it up and then we'll check for tolerances. As you can see, everything's cleaned up. There's a bit of a bend in this bracket. You can see this pin here. Focus. Very worn, extremely worn. And if I put that guy back inside here, you can see a light all the way around her. She's totally clapped out. This part's worn out. So obviously, even if I got a new pin the same size as this, because if I put this through here, just block your view entirely to the middle there where it's not so worn, no good. However, if we go in here, not too bad. That's tolerable. We don't really want it any tighter than that, really. So I think what we're going to do, because I was originally thinking I would weld these and then re-drill them, but there's enough meat here that I think we can go a little bit bigger. So I think what I'll do is I'll dig around in my drawer and my scrap pile, and I'll see if I can find some round stock or a bolt and see if we can't make a new pin for this, and also straighten that out. So we've had success. I've got a selection of potentials here. Probably not this one, because I always seem to lose these damn pins, but these two will work perfect. This one, I will save that guy. He's nice and shiny, but this one right here, when the heck am I ever going to use that for anything else? So that'll be our new pin. It's a little bit bigger. It almost fits. Just almost. So, we just need to drill these out. Unfortunately, according to my stock of very limited drill bits, despite having a very nice drill press, I don't have the right one. So I'm going to have to go to town tomorrow and get a bit to drill these out. And then I'll probably never use it again, but, you know, money well spent, just in case I ever need it again. So we'll do that, and while I'm at it, I guess I will try and find a bronze bushing for this. Kubota probably has one, but if I bought it there, might as well take out enough money to buy another tractor at that point, because boy howdy, I'll tell you, my local Kubota dealership. We're back again. I got all the parts we need. I wasn't able to find a bronze bushing to fit this. However, you can see I've made my new pin. I drilled this out. So what ended up happening is I went around and couldn't find anything. So I knocked the bushing out of here, and it was actually a split bronze bushing with a steel backing. Nobody had them. Nobody could get me one, or nobody wanted to go through the trouble of getting me one. So what I did is I bought a bronze oilite bushing. The OD was too big and the ID was too small. I took it to my friend, Greg. He's got a lathe. He threw it in the lathe, machined it down for me so it's a nice press fit. Fits like a glove. Had to trim a little bit here, but much, much better. Here, I'll show you guys. It's a beautiful fit. Little tight. There we go. But no play. Nice fluid motion. So that's done. I'm just about to put everything back together. Like I said, I drilled this out. I made this pin. This wasn't a uniform size shaft, and actually if I go really close you can still see right there. It's a bit of a hump. But it fits, and there's no slop in it. As long as I put it in the right way, because one side of this was actually reamed out a little more than the other side. I only ended up having to take a bit of metal out of one side of it. So if this head goes on this side and through, then it fits perfectly. So I'm going to reassemble everything, and then we're going to see how good it fits. So I can already see a potential issue here. Even with this head in all the way, it's interfering with here. So I'm going to take that down to the shop, and we're going to grind the head down to about half of that. There we go. Head ground down. Goes in fine. Lots of clearance. We're good. Go ahead with the rest of the assembly now. Perfect. So it's all back together. This is the amount of play we have in here now. It was like down to here and up to here before. I can hear the little detent ball. Here, I'll see if you guys can hear it on camera here. Hear that? That's the little detent ball. This way it doesn't have it. This way it doesn't have it. Well, a little bit. It's a little crusty sounding. I don't like that. It almost sounds like metal binding. I might look into that more. I don't like how that feels. Might pull that cap off, but not right now. It's like -8. I wanted to get this together because they're calling for extremely cold temperatures. We're looking at -22 by Wednesday. And it's Sunday right now, so I want to get all these little projects just tied up. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of play in there, and there's nothing I can do about that. Some of that play right there is in that little knuckle there. You can see the inner ball wiggle. And the other part of that is there's a pin down there. So, you know, compared to what it was, it's 100% better. I'm definitely going to look into that. I don't like... Didn't do that before. But I can get the float now. There's float. And then turn off float. There you go. It works. So my goal has been met. I'm really, really happy with this. Turned out really well. And total cost was... I think here. I didn't buy a drill bit. So a friend of mine had one, so I think that bronze bushing... Oh, but the snow sliding off there. The bronze bushing was like $3, so I'm pretty happy with that. There's also quite a bit of slop in there, too. And I mean, if I could tighten that up right there, that'd be almost all of the slop. There's barely any this way. Quite a bit this way, because this is the up and down. This is the one that gets all the action, right? So I think, not today, but at some point, come on, focus. At some point, I might drill that out and put a bigger pin in there, and that would fix that. But yeah, works good. I'm going to put the protective cap back on it, and I'm going to call this project done. So, not a very informative video, I don't think, but if you enjoyed watching, hit the like button or subscribe, leave me a comment if you've got questions. If I've got answers, I'll give them to you. If not, I'll at least do my best. Anyways, till next time, everybody stay safe and be kind to each other. It's a harsh world out there right now, so could use all the kindness it can get. Talk to you later. Bye.